Have you ever found yourself staring at the calendar, wondering how much time you really have left? It's not just about the number of years, it's about the quality of those years. How much longer can you truly live, not just exist? The truth is, many seniors don't make it past 75, but why is that? It's not just age, it's a combination of physical, emotional, and social factors that silently contribute to decline. And the worst part? Most of these things can be prevented. In this video, we're diving deep into the real reasons why so many seniors don't live beyond 75, and more importantly, how you can fight back. We'll explore not only the physical challenges of aging, but also the emotional and social barriers that keep seniors from living their best lives. You'll discover how loneliness, lack of purpose, and even undernourishment are playing a bigger role than you might realize in shortening lives. But it doesn't have to be this way. By the end of this video, you'll understand how small, everyday changes, like movement, nutrition, and the power of hope, can dramatically improve your quality of life. Whether you're 75, 85, or even 95, it's not too late. The human spirit is stronger than we often give it credit for, and we're here to remind you that you still matter. So, if you're ready to reclaim your vitality and purpose, keep watching. This video is a wake-up call that could change your life. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Harold's story is one of many, and it's the kind of story that tugs at the heart because it's so painfully familiar. At 67, after a long 45 years of hard work in the factory, he retired, thinking it would be the time to finally rest and enjoy the years he had left. But those years turned into endless days of quiet. The rhythm of life slowed down to a crawl. The TV became his companion, the pills his routine, and waiting became the centerpiece of his existence. He waited for someone to visit, for a phone call, for a reason to rise from bed and face another day. But as the days passed, the phone calls grew fewer, and the visits became a distant memory. One day, as he sat silently in his chair, a bitter thought crossed his mind. I don't think anyone would notice if I didn't wake up tomorrow. This is not a rare story. It's the story for so many older adults who, like Harold, quietly fade away without anyone truly noticing. And the reasons, as heartbreaking as they are not just about the number of years on a calendar. They run deeper. They are emotional, social, and personal. They are tied to loss, the loss of family, friends, and even the sense of purpose that once fueled their lives. They are woven into the fabric of loneliness, declining health, over-medication, poor nutrition, and the almost invisible tragedy of being forgotten in one's own life. We hear from scientists and researchers that life expectancy is rising, and that's true in terms of statistics. But the real question is, are those extra years adding quality to life, or are they just more years spent in waiting rooms and wheelchairs? Because the truth is this, most people don't die from one massive event. They die slowly, bit by bit, through countless small declines that we have been taught to accept as just old age. Society has normalized these declines, yet they are not inevitable. They are often preventable. Take movement, for example. Many older adults stop moving, not because they physically can't, but because no one has explained the importance of keeping their bodies active. Muscles weaken, bones become brittle, and joints ache, and we shrug it off as just part of aging. But it's not aging. It's inactivity. It's a disconnection from life, from nature, from the outside world. After 75, many seniors stop walking regularly. But the truth is, that walking is life. It's blood flow, it's digestion, it's brain activity, it's emotional balance, all tied to movement. The moment we sit too long, we start losing our vitality. Slowly but surely, life slips away in the stillness. Then, there's food. The older we get, the more critical our nutrition becomes. Yet, many seniors are no longer eating to live. They're simply eating to fill the void, to get by. They choose convenience over nutrition, and they settle for what their medications allow, rather than nourishing their bodies with what they truly need. But the body, especially as it ages, requires more than just empty calories. It needs micronutrients, hydration, fiber, and protein to keep muscles strong, organs healthy, and minds sharp. Without them, seniors don't just grow old, they slowly die from chronic undernourishment. Hearts weaken, kidneys fail, and the immune system breaks down, all of it happening in silence, without anyone noticing. And the toll doesn't end with the body. Grief is another silent killer. After 75, most people have buried someone they loved, be it a spouse, a sibling, or a child. The weight of loss builds an invisible wall around their heart. If that grief isn't processed, it morphs into depression. And depression in the elderly? It's often dismissed and shrugged off as mere mood swings or personality changes. But untreated emotional pain is deadly. It affects sleep, it weakens immunity, it diminishes appetite, and it takes a silent toll on heart health. The loneliness that so often accompanies aging is now being labeled as an epidemic. And it is. Studies have shown that prolonged loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. After 75, most seniors have no one to talk to, no one to listen. They don't have someone checking in, asking how they're doing. And when the human spirit feels invisible, the body starts to follow suit. When there is no one to care for, when there is no purpose, the organs stop fighting, the cells stop repairing. Death doesn't come as a sudden shock, it becomes a quiet visitor. And that's perhaps one of the most painful aspects of aging, the loss of purpose. Society no longer asks for their opinions. Their wisdom is ignored. They are left to believe that their time has passed and that their role in the world is over. The truth is, after 75, many older adults feel like they're just waiting to die. That mindset, waiting to die, is one of the most dangerous silent killers. The human brain needs hope. It needs to believe that there is something to look forward to, something to live for. Without that, the brain begins to slow down. That's when dementia starts creeping in. That's when vitality fades. And then there are the medications. After 75, most seniors are on multiple prescriptions: blood pressure pills, pain relievers, sleep aids, and cholesterol meds. While some of these are necessary, others are overprescribed or mismatched, often taken without fully understanding the consequences. The side effects accumulate over time: energy crashes, appetite loss, and increased risk of falls. Each fall, whether physical or emotional, takes its toll. The body simply can't bounce back as it once could. This is the reality for so many older adults, and it's a reality that we, as a society, must recognize and address. We need to do more than just extend life. We need to ensure those extra years are filled with purpose, connection, and vitality. We need to remind our elders that they are seen, that they matter, and that they are not invisible. This is only the beginning of a truth so profound, so heavy, that it can seem almost too much to bear. Yet, in that very heaviness, there lies an incredible opportunity. An opportunity to make a radical shift. What if, just what if, we could stop seeing 75 as the finish line, as the point where life's most valuable contributions stop? What if we saw it instead as the launch pad for a powerful second chapter of life? A chapter where hope is not just restored, but reborn. Where habits aren't just maintained, but rebuilt from the inside out. What if we told people over 75, you are still needed. You still matter. Your story is not over, not by a long shot. We are just picking up where we left off, at a powerful ideal that's still waiting to be realized. What if we told every single person over 75 that their story isn't over? Because it's not. Not even close. But here's the painful reality. It will be over if we, as a society, continue to treat 75 as the point where vitality, usefulness, and contribution come to an end. That mindset is a tragedy, and it's something we must change. It's time to talk about something many people don't even realize is a silent killer. It's not a physical illness. It's something even more insidious: identity loss. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For decades, people have carried a sense of self that's tied to their roles, whether it's as teachers, business owners, mothers, caregivers, athletes, or nurses. But when retirement comes, when children move away, or when a spouse passes, that sense of self starts to unravel. Suddenly, the question becomes, who am I now? And that question, it is not trivial, cuts deep into the soul. The loss of an identity doesn't just mean a loss of purpose. It means the gradual withering of everything that made life feel meaningful. The mind, once sharp and clear, begins to lose its edge. It becomes harder to stay motivated, to find meaning in everyday tasks, and to feel connected to the world. And so the spark that once burned brightly in their eyes begins to flicker, slowly fading, unnoticed, until it's barely a glow. Let's not ignore another huge issue: sleep. Or rather, the lack of it. After the age of 75, sleep disturbances become a major player in the decline of both physical and mental health. Seniors often find themselves lying awake at night, unable to stay asleep or waking up far too early, leaving them feeling exhausted no matter how long they've been in bed. It's easy to dismiss poor sleep as just another part of aging, but the truth is much more alarming. Poor sleep has a cascading effect on every part of life. It can affect memory, mood, energy, immunity, balance, and even cardiovascular health. What causes poor sleep? It could be pain, anxiety, lack of physical movement during the day, too many naps, overuse of caffeine, the blue light from screens late at night, or perhaps the absence of meaningful connection during the day. These all add up, making it harder to find rest, both physically and emotionally. Fixing sleep is not a small thing. It is critical. It's one of the foundational keys to thriving beyond the age of 75. But let's be real for a moment. Even those who truly want to thrive may not know where to start. Why is that? Because many seniors don't feel like they are allowed to prioritize themselves. They've spent their entire lives caring for others, always putting everyone else's needs first. Now, when it's their turn to take care of themselves, they often feel guilty, even selfish, for considering their health and happiness. But we need to say this out loud, loud and clear. You are not too old to matter. You are not too old to heal. You are not too old to begin again. Those words alone have kept countless people alive, filled them with hope, and given them the strength to carry on. Let's turn now to one of the most overlooked issues facing seniors today: the loss of community. The human brain is wired for connection, and that need doesn't just disappear at 75. ITT often grows stronger with age. But here's the tragic reality. As we age, the opportunities for connection tend to decrease. Retirement often means leaving behind the workplace social circles that were once so vibrant. Friends move away, some sadly pass on, and family gets busy with their own lives. Church attendance may decline due to mobility issues. The result of all this? Isolation. Days and weeks can go by with little to no meaningful human interaction. And the deeper problem is this: isolation doesn't just hurt the heart, it starts to hurt the body. Studies show that loneliness is not just a feeling. It's a biological condition. It can increase inflammation, raise blood pressure, and ultimately, contribute to a variety of physical ailments. This is why we must fight to break the cycle of isolation and identity loss, and to replace it with the truth that life after 75 is not only valuable, it's essential. It's essential for the individual and for the society that still needs them. This isn't a time to fade into the background. This is a time to reignite. This is the moment for everyone to stand up and say, "I'm not finished yet. My best chapters are still ahead." The decline in health is not just about age. It's about the complete disregard for the body and spirit that comes when someone feels forgotten. The immune system weakens, and the heart falters, not because of mere biological aging, but because of loneliness and isolation. It's not just a passing fact. It's a truth we see far too often. Seniors who live alone, with no regular visitors, begin to deteriorate much faster than those surrounded by the community because, without human connection, our vitality begins to wither. It's easy to overlook the impact of such isolation, but those moments of human interaction, something as simple as a conversation or the chance to contribute to a group, are life-saving. Now, I want to be painfully honest. One of the deepest reasons why many seniors don't survive beyond 75 isn't just due to physical decline. It's because they stop being seen. The isolation isn't just physical. It's an emotional abyss. It's heartbreaking, truly, to think of the elders who fade into the background, unnoticed. When they walk through grocery stores, they're invisible. At family gatherings, they're barely acknowledged. Doctors rush through appointments, barely making eye contact, their questions quick and impersonal. No one asks, "How are you feeling?" or "What do you enjoy doing these days?" They're the forgotten generation, left out of conversations that once mattered, in a world they helped build. And here's the painful truth. When someone stops being seen, they stop seeing themselves. Invisibility doesn't just affect their spirits, it affects their health. The simplest of symptoms go unspoken because they don't want to be a burden. Small issues become bigger because no one is paying attention. Appointments are missed, medications run out, and no one notices. It's a cycle that tightens around them, and the longer it goes on, the harder it is to break. But here's the turning point, the moment that can change everything. When someone feels seen again, truly seen, something miraculous happens. It's as if a spark reignites within them. They start to stand taller, to speak more, to engage with the world around them. Their eyes brighten. Their posture improves. That isn't just a coincidence. It's biology. It's hope igniting something deep inside, and hope, especially after 75, is not a luxury. It's a vital medicine. It's stronger than most of the pills in the cabinet, and more effective than anything else we could hope for in those later years. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate caregivers. You are the unsung heroes of this journey. This message isn't just for seniors. It's for the loved ones who support them. If you're caring for an aging parent, grandparent, or friend, know that your role is life-changing. Even the smallest gestures, listening without judgment, asking meaningful questions, making them feel included, do so much more than provide comfort. They breathe life back into the spirit, restoring dignity, and giving them a reason to keep fighting. Your presence makes a world of difference. Let's circle back to movement. It's something we must revisit because it's often underappreciated. Our bodies were made to move, and after 75, movement doesn't need to mean running marathons. It can be as simple as a walk, some gentle stretches, or Tai Chi. Even dancing in the living room or gardening in the yard can bring immense benefits. Standing up and sitting down 10 times in a row can build leg strength and prevent falls, which, let's be honest, are one of the most dangerous threats to seniors. One bad fall can change everything. Hospitalization, infections, a slow decline. But here's the good news. Falls aren't inevitable. Balance can be trained. Muscles can be strengthened. Homes can be made safer. It's about being proactive, not fearful. Little adjustments, like securing rugs, improving lighting, and installing grab bars, make all the difference. It's not about living in fear. It's about living freely, with the confidence that you've prepared your home for safety. And let's not forget the mind. After 75, many stop challenging themselves mentally. But the brain is a muscle, just like the body, and it thrives when it's used. Reading, playing music, learning new skills, solving puzzles, attending lectures, or journaling. These activities don't just fill the time. They light up the brain, keeping it sharp and engaged. It's clear that when we see our elders, truly see them, when we engage them both physically and emotionally, we can help them thrive. We can give them the chance to age with dignity, vitality, and most importantly, hope. They keep neurons firing, and they delay cognitive decline. It's not just a matter of staying busy, it's about staying engaged. The worst thing one can do is sit in front of a television for 10 hours a day. It might feel like rest, but let me tell you, it's not rest at all. It's a slow, insidious decay, disguised as entertainment. And here's the thing. There's a far more important question we must all ask ourselves, particularly as we age. What are you living for? And no, this isn't some rhetorical question, meant to be brushed aside. It's a question that cuts to the core of our existence. It's vital. Every senior, regardless of their age, needs something or someone to live for. It could be as simple as a grandchild's smile, the peace of tending to a garden, the unwavering comfort of faith, the drive of a meaningful cause, a close friend, or even a bucket list that's still waiting to be checked off. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it exists. Because here's the thing, once the why is gone, the how of living doesn't matter anymore. If you're watching this and you're 75 or older, or if you love someone who is, this is not a warning, my friends. This is a wake-up call. It's a sacred reminder that the number on your birthday cake doesn't define the strength in your soul. It never has, and it never will. You are still here for a reason. The world still needs your story, your wisdom, your voice. You still have so much to offer, and as long as you are breathing, there is time. Time to rebuild, time to reconnect, time to reclaim your life. There comes a moment in every person's life, especially in those quiet years after 75, when they sit alone in the silence of their home and ask themselves, is this it? Is this how it ends? But that moment, that question, is not always spoken aloud. It's not posted on social media. It's not shared with family, either. It lives deep in the heart, like an unanswered prayer. And the way we respond to that question, it determines everything. It defines who we become. Let's pause here and talk about something deeply personal. Grief. Grief isn't just the pain of losing loved ones, but the sorrow of losing parts of yourself. Maybe your eyesight isn't what it used to be. Perhaps your strength has faded, and you can't drive the way you once could. Maybe friends have passed away, and your hands don't feel as steady anymore. These are losses, and they deserve to be mourned. But here's something no one tells you. It's okay to grieve for the person you used to be. That's right. It's okay to mourn your past self. Yet, we are not often permitted to do so, are we? But here's the truth. No one tells you that you can become someone new, even at 76, 82, 89. Yes, you can grow, change, and reinvent yourself. The most powerful people are not those who have never lost anything. No. The truly powerful are the ones who kept moving forward, despite the losses. You see, the body may weaken with age, but the human spirit? The human spirit is stubborn. It wants to live. It wants to express, to touch, to love, and to connect. But society, all too often, teaches older people to shrink, to stay quiet, to fade into the background. And why is that? Why do we see this? Because youth is glorified. Because energy is idolized. Because marketing sells dreams to the young and all too easily forgets the immense value of the wise. And so, seniors internalize this false narrative, I'm a burden. They stop asking for help. They stop raising their voice. They stop dreaming. Not because they want to, but because no one told them they're allowed to want more. But right now, as you listen to this, I'm telling you something important. You are allowed. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to feel joy again. You are allowed to wake up at 78 with a purpose. You are allowed to change your story. It's not over. It's just beginning. Now, let's return to something critical, something often underestimated in the conversation about aging: nutrition. Many seniors eat less than they used to, not because they're following some newfangled diet plan, but because they've lost their appetite, lost interest in cooking, or perhaps they've lost someone to eat with. Meals can become as simple as toast and tea, or a can of soup. Maybe a few crackers here and there. But let me tell you something. Food is medicine, especially as we age. And the older we get, the more every single bite counts. Protein is essential. It helps preserve muscle mass, and we all know how much that matters for our strength and balance. So, as you sit there, reading this, thinking about your own life, know this: your time is not over. It's time to reclaim your strength, your voice, and your joy. You deserve to live every day with purpose. You are not defined by a number on a calendar. You are so much more than that. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Leafy greens protect the brain, offering a shield against mental decline. Omega-3s nourish the heart, helping it beat strong and steady. Calcium guards our bones, ensuring they remain sturdy and resilient. Hydration keeps the kidneys and skin healthy, flushing out toxins and maintaining vitality. Yet, despite these simple truths, many seniors find themselves living in food deserts, unable to afford fresh produce, or simply too exhausted to prepare nutritious meals. When nutrition slips, it's like a domino effect. The energy starts to fade, balance weakens, and the immune system crumbles. Then, illness strikes. It's a cruel cycle that so many face in their later years, but here's the silver lining. Even small changes can create ripples of improvement. A protein smoothie each morning, a bowl of fresh berries, a warm plate of beans and greens. They're not just food, they're lifelines. These small, nourishing acts can be the difference between thriving and just surviving. But there's more to aging than just the body. It's the heart and mind that carry the heaviest burdens. Emotional wounds, especially those buried deep for decades, can be some of the most painful scars. Many seniors carry with them regret, betrayal, long-lost relationships, and things they wish they had said or never said. And after 75, with more time on their hands and fewer distractions, these memories come rushing to the surface. They surface in quiet moments, sometimes at night, or while staring at old photos that speak of a past long gone. If left unspoken, these feelings fester, rotting the heart. And make no mistake, emotional pain doesn't stay confined to the mind. It manifests in the body. It shows up in tight shoulders, heavy chests, and stomachs full of anxious knots. It transforms into high blood pressure, insomnia, and digestive issues. The physical and emotional are intertwined, and when one suffers, the other follows. But there is healing to be found. It's never too late to seek closure. Honest conversations, writing down your feelings, therapy, even prayer and meditation. These are all pathways to healing. You can find peace in your 80s, in your 90s, even in your 100s. Don't let anyone tell you that it's too late to heal. Many older people don't die from illness alone. They die from unhealed emotion. Their bodies simply give out because their hearts are worn down from holding too much unspoken pain. But you have the power to change that, to release it, and to finally breathe freely again. Now, let's talk about the heart again, but not the physical one. The emotional heart. It's often forgotten that even after 75, the heart still wants to feel needed. It wants to be seen, heard, and valued. And yet, so many seniors are made to feel irrelevant and unnecessary. This world has a way of making older generations feel like they no longer have anything to contribute. It's cruel, isn't it? After decades of giving, loving, raising families, and offering wisdom, society often makes us feel like we've run out of value. But let me make one thing clear. You are still needed. Your wisdom, your patience, your stories, your laughter, your presence, they are more precious than ever. Younger generations crave your guidance, your steady hand, and your calm strength. They need you in ways they don't even realize. You have something they can never Google, experience. It's time we open the doors again. We need to create spaces where seniors don't just exist but truly belong. Some cultures do this beautifully. In parts of Asia, elders are revered. In tribal communities, they lead. But in much of the Western world, they're forgotten, left to fade away. This is a cultural tragedy, yes, but within that tragedy lies a profound opportunity. It's a chance for older individuals to step forward once again, to mentor, to guide, to share their voices. It's not about staying relevant. It's about honoring the deep-rooted strength and wisdom that only age can bring. Because without roots, no tree stands tall for long. You are the roots. As we think about end-of-life fears, there's one universal truth that many seniors face. After 75, thoughts of death begin to creep in more frequently. It's natural. But let's be honest, fear of death isn't the real issue. What's terrifying is the thought of dying without meaning, without having shared what you needed to share, without passing on the wisdom, love, and lessons that are uniquely yours, without closure. But here's the miracle. Meaning isn't something you find in the past. It's something you create in the present. You can pick up the phone and tell someone you love them. You can write down your story, pass on a cherished recipe, or sing a song that will stay with your grandchildren forever. You can sit on a porch and tell the truth of your life. That's legacy. That's peace. And it's never too late to begin. Now, let's touch on something deeply intimate, human touch. After 75, many people go days, weeks, and sometimes even months without physical affection. Without a hug, a hand on the shoulder, a gentle caress. But touch isn't a luxury. It's essential to life. It's the very thing that keeps us grounded, that nourishes our spirits. Touch releases oxytocin, the hormone that reduces stress and boosts immunity. Connects us in ways words cannot. And the absence of touch? It leads to quiet despair. That's why massage therapy, pet companionship, holding hands, or simply placing a warm palm on someone's back can do wonders for the soul. Touch isn't just about feeling good. It's about healing. It's about staying alive in the truest sense. And now, we return to hope. Hope isn't naive. It's not about wishful thinking. Hope is a rational response to the sheer miracle of still being here. At 75, at 85, at 95, you are still here. And that means your story isn't finished. It's not a final chapter. It's a legacy in motion. We often hear that most people can't live past 75, but I'm here to flip that script. The truth is, most people can live well after 75, but only if we fight for it. If we create systems of care. If we restore community. If we stop viewing aging as a decline and start seeing it as a second season of life. A season of wisdom, perspective, and grace. We can live longer, better, and deeper. Not by chasing the illusion of youth, but by embracing the extraordinary power that comes with age. The power of surviving, thriving, and continuing to write our stories no matter how old we are. This is the true beauty of life. This is the strength of aging. As we wrap up today's conversation, take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored together. From the importance of small, nourishing changes in our daily habits to the profound emotional healing that's possible at any age. There is so much we can carry forward. But what stands out to you the most? What have you learned today that you'll take with you and apply to your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to put it into practice. Your experience and your wisdom could inspire someone else to take that first step toward healing, connection, or embracing the incredible power of age. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world, and it helps us continue to bring valuable, heartfelt content to everyone. Thank you for being here. Let's continue to grow and thrive together.